Good day, people. This is Abhijit Bishai from Birla Institute of Management and Technology, Greater Noida. Today I'm going to speak on a topic which people want to have interest in. In fact, I would say people have interest in, but they are not too open to speak about it in public. Approximately 30 to 40% of the education youth today is involved in it, has used it, but they cannot really open up to people and say, no, I enjoy it. It is something that we all know about and is locally called as marijuana. The medical term for marijuana is cannabis, which is the medical term actually, which is used by the doctors and the researchers. Let's go back a little. What actually is marijuana? It's an organic compound, comes from the flowers of a plant. Now if we say that marijuana is an addictive drug, it's not wrong. But on the other hand, marijuana is also something that has given people the liberty to live a local life, a normal and a natural life. Marijuana is legalized in approximately 14 states of the United States of America, and is a hot topic right now because, as per the Times Economist dated 17th of October 2010, it said that the public of California is up for the ballot polls of whether the use of marijuana should be legalized or not. The other 3 states along with California are Oregon, South Dakota and Arizona, which are also striving for the legalization of the medical use of marijuana. Now before we talk about the medical use of marijuana, I would like to explain a term called the Proposition 19, which is, as per the measures of USA, enables a person to grow marijuana for his personal use on a 25 square feet of land and legalizes it for recreational use of 28 grams per day, that is approximately 1 ounce. If I quote Mr. Stephen Gutling, who is the director of Drug Policy Alliance, he said, after this article was out in the Times Economist, he said, this is a watershed moment in the decades long struggle to end marijuana prohibition in this country. Banning marijuana outright has been a disaster, fueling a massive, increasingly brutal underground economy, wasting billions in scarce law enforcement resources and making criminals out of countless law-abiding citizens. To explain this statement, I would like to go by it in a way that if I take the first part of what he said, a watershed moment. A watershed moment is a turning point in the legal constitution of America, with respect to America, of course. And banning marijuana is like what people in the 60s used to think about alcohol. In the early 70s, alcohol was legalized. In the early 80s, gambling was legalized, and they all were very apprehensive about the legalization of these things. So when it was legalized, it slowly built into the people of America, and they are now, it's not an addiction, it's not a drug, it's just recreation. If we legalize marijuana, it is, see, approximately in America, approximately 13.5 billion is the annual sales of marijuana. If we legalize it, the additional tax content that it would add is approximately 7 billion and would also save 13 billion of dollars in the enforcement of law which upholds these. I would not support it. I'm not here to decline it, but these are only the facts and the reasons that one should look into when we talk about such things. Thanks a lot.